Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to take you through a MyFitnessPal Masterclass to help you guys easily navigate the app and understand how we're going to be using this app to count your calories and your macros for the next 12 weeks and onwards, okay? So let's open up MyFitnessPal. First thing you want to do is download this from the App Store. And then this will be your home screen that pops up, okay? So it's important when you're setting up MyFitnessPal, it's going to ask you towards the end of the setup if you want to allow MyFitnessPal to track your steps and your exercise. Make sure to click no on that because we do not want MyFitnessPal giving you back calories to eat, because if you eat those calories back that you've supposedly earned, you'll be eating at maintenance calories and you won't be gaining or losing any weight. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set your goals. I will be sending each of you individual calorie and macro goals. Do not listen to what MyFitnessPal sets for you. I will do that work for you, and then what we're going to do is we're going to open up in the More tab here. We're going to go to Goals. We're going to put calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals. And in here, we're going to enter your individual calories. So let's say your calories were 2,000. You can click check. Okay, and then with your macro percentages, you're probably not going to be able to get the exact numbers that I send you. So my advice would be to just try to get as close to possible to make sure you get 100% total and get your numbers as close to possible as to what I send you. Okay, so we click check. That updates. We're going to go back here and we'll click on diary, which is where you'll see your daily food intake here. So you can see I have a 2,000 calorie goal up top here, and then it shows me how many calories I have remaining for the rest of the day. Okay, so I already input what I had for breakfast this morning as an example. So I had 1 egg and I had 2 slices of turkey bacon. When you're adding a food, I also had half an avocado, so I'll go avocado. Okay, 1 medium avocado, but I had half of one. Okay, so it says number of servings. If you had half of something and it's 1 serving, you can go in and you can go to 1/2 servings. And then you click check, and that's going to adjust the macros and the calories for that. And then you click enter. Okay, so once you've entered your information for your meal details, what you're going to do is, if this is a meal that you eat very frequently, as we are creatures of habit and we tend to eat a lot of the same things, what you can do is click these 3 little dots on the bottom right, and that will open up this menu, and you can press save as meal. Okay, so you save them as meal and name your meal, say breakfast 1. Maybe it's one of a few options you have. And then you click save. So if you go to tomorrow, and let's say for breakfast you have the same thing, you can press add food, and then right here it'll say all recipes, meals, or my foods. You can click meals, and your breakfast will be there already, so you don't have to go through and meticulously track it every single time. Okay, so go ahead and click that. Check. So let's go back to today. So MyFitnessPal also has a very cool feature, which is a barcode scanner. Okay, so you can see here it says scan meal or scan barcode. So this will be the most accurate way for you to get the correct nutrition information, because let's say if you put, bread, something very generic in, you're going to come up with a lot of different types of bread, a lot of different calories, values, and macro values. So the best thing you can do is scan the barcode, and if that doesn't work, do your best to estimate. But I want you guys to make sure that when you are estimating, make sure that you overestimate versus underestimate with your calories. That way we can still keep you in a caloric deficit, versus if we underestimate, those underestimations adding up throughout the day can make up our caloric deficit, and we won't be losing any weight for the day. Okay? So as far as what your serving sizes are that you enter, you can either use grams by using a food scale, which is the most accurate measure and what I would recommend for each of you, or you can use measuring cups, so using 1 cup, half a cup. Those are good measurements. If you chop things up into small pieces and you put them into a measuring cup, you can do it that way instead of weighing everything. And it's not quite as accurate, but it's a pretty good measure. Okay, and then the last thing, using things like tablespoons, make sure that you're using a flat tablespoon and not a heaping tablespoon, because those extra calories will add up throughout the day as well. So your guys' job is to log every single thing that you put into your body, both food and drink. That means your oil you cook with, your butter you cook with, the extra spoon, the extra lick of the spoon of peanut butter before you put the spoon in the sink. All of those things matter because those things are calories. And as we know, calories are king. And in order for us to get the results we want, we need to adhere to the energy balance equation. Okay? So, like I said before, you can see down here how it has exercise and water. So for exercise, I want you guys to make sure that your phone is not syncing your exercise and your steps into this section. If you need help turning this off, let me know and I will help you. Okay? As far as your water intake goes, don't worry about tracking it into MyFitnessPal unless you really want to. All we're really focused on is aiming for about 1 gallon a day. So I don't really mind if you track it or not. We'll talk about your water intake for the week on our weekly one-on-one coaching call. Okay, so once you're done with the day, obviously mine's not done, but for the sake of the video, once you're done with the day, you're going to press complete diary, and that will complete your tracking for the day. Okay, now if you want to look at your nutrition charts for the day, so you can get an understanding of where you're at with your macros and with your calories, you can click this nutrition tab at the bottom left, and that will pull up this screen. And if you click on nutrients, you can see all the different macronutrients and micronutrients and sugar and fiber and all that good stuff. You can see where you stand for the day and what your goal is, so you can kind of get an understanding of what you need to accomplish the goal for the rest of the day. And then if you click on the macros tab, it will show you a little bit on a pie chart of where your macro distribution is. So it's a nice little tool to kind of get a better understanding of where you're at for the day and what adjustments and what things to consume for the rest of the day in order to meet your goals. Okay? So the last thing we're going to do here, and this is an important one because we need this setting to be on in order for Trainerize and MyFitnessPal to sync up together. We're going to go to More, and we're going to go to Settings. Under Settings, we're going to click the Sharing and Privacy tab. And then you'll see on the second one down, it says Diary Sharing. You're going to click that. And you're going to make sure that you change this from private to public. Okay? Make sure you click this check mark at the top right when you're done, so that this is saved and so that I can see your individual meal information inside of Trainerize, so we have it all in one place. Okay, I hope this was helpful, guys. If you guys have any other questions surrounding MyFitnessPal and how to navigate or how to enter things, feel free to ask me privately or in the group, and I'd be happy to answer your questions. All right? Cheers.